is Osemerin, and I am the founder of the Power Woman. We are committed to equipping every woman with tools needed to realign her mind, thoughts, and actions to reflect her true and rediscovered identity. We do this through trainings, which is what we are doing now: trainings, mentorship, and coaching. Okay, I'm trying to explain this to us so that we know some of the things that we believe in as in the Power Woman. Okay, I believe that if we have the right mindset, every other thing comes together to play out properly. Now, another commitment we have is to reintroduce every woman in her rediscovered identity and values to audaciously occupy and dominate her world. Imagine a new breed of women fully equipped to take on challenges now and in the near future. Now, this is what we believe in. This is everything about the Power Woman. So when we talk about bringing your ideas to life, okay, we are not just talking about your business. We are not just concerned about your business. We are also interested in yourself, in you as a person, in your well-being, in who you are. Okay, so let's go straight up to, so I'm trying to explain who we are, which is part of the this is part of the introduction. Okay, so now going back to what we are doing today, moving from ideas to execution. Okay, there are a lot of things to know. There are different ideas. There are ideas that will that will culminate into a business. There are ideas that you need in your workspace. There are ideas that you need to develop yourself. So whatever the idea is, it is not about having that idea, but it is about doing what? Actioning on the ideas, okay? And which takes us back to, okay, can you see my screen? So in agenda today, we are going to be looking at I've done the introduction. Oh boy, this is, I'm hearing myself. Enumerated, please, can you mute yourself? Okay, thank you. Yeah, thanks. So when your microphone is on, my voice comes back to me. All right, you can just maybe type yes in the chat for me to know that you can hear me. All right, so now one of the things, okay, before we go into our lesson straight up, okay, one of the things that we need to know is that execution, okay, execution is everything. There are good creative ideas. I've said some of these things on the group chat. There are good creative ideas, right? And like what I wrote, I said good creative ideas are a dime a dozen. Okay, whoever is executing on the highest levels is the one who is remembered. The author is unknown. So it's not the people that have great ideas, it's the people that, you know, act on it. Like somebody said today that you may have an idea and then you don't have money to execute it. Before you know it, you see somebody doing that stuff. It has happened to me really so many times. Okay, and like I mentioned earlier, the Power Woman, our goal is to see every woman become all that they are, or all that she is made to be. And that includes bringing your ideas to reality unhindered. Now, while we are this, okay, there are three things I believe we need to do to make things happen. And those three things are: believe in yourself, believe in your ideas, believe in your dreams. Okay, you need to believe in your ideas and believe in your dreams. Sometimes it's difficult for us to do that we because we don't see things happening the way we think it should happen, right? Things are not going our way. Things are not, we are not seeing things in a positive light. We have faced situations, circumstances, life has happened to us. Okay. Now, before I start, I would like us to do some affirmations. Okay. The Bible says that with the heart we believe, but with the mouth, sorry, this is supposed to be with the mouth, but with the mouth we confess. Okay. So we are going to make some proclamations, some declarations, because sometimes we see ourselves, we are down. You have tried all you can or all you could, and nothing is happening, nothing is working, and then you are feeling down. But you need a push to really start or go into what you need to go into, which would lead me to affirmations. So you can unmute yourself now. Okay, you can unmute yourself. Let's say these affirmations together. All right, so on count of three, let's say these affirmations together. One, two, three, go. I believe in myself, my ideas, my dreams, and all that I am. I am a world changer. I am attracting everything I need to a life and business I desire. My ideas are true, authentic, and uniquely special to me. My ideas are valid,
and I
and I
am
equip
equipped with everything I
everything I
need
need to make a
to
reality.
turn reality.
There are endless
There are
opportunities
endless
for me,
opportunities for me, and
and I
I
have
have the God-given clarity and confidence to know which one
ones will serve me best.
serve me best.
I am open
I
to
am
new ways
thankful
to
for the
achieve my
way
goals and success. There is a solution for every problem. My idea is a solution
problems,
to
and
a
my idea
problem.
is the solution to a problem.
I
I
am
am committed
committed
to making
to
the
making
world
the world a better place by staying true to my calling.
come to me for a product or experience specifically
Especially
related to my
to my
unique
unique
talent
talents and
gifting.
gifting. I not only create a new
I not
God-given
only create new
opportunity,
God-given opportunity, but I have
I
what
have
it
what it
takes to
takes to
retain
retain
them
them
and manage
and manage
them
them with excellence. I am
with
thankful
excellence.
for
I
the
am
wealth I
thankful
am
for the
building
work I am building
and the
and
financial wind for making its way
work for making its way towards me.
towards me. Amen. All right, you can mute your microphone. So because you are the only one that is here, I'm going to tailor this specifically to you. I made this slides because it's supposed to be a generic teaching, but because it is you alone that is here, I'm going to do it as coaching. Okay, so okay, so the way to get started is to quit talking and begin doing. Okay, that's what Walt Disney said. Now there are 6-step processes I listed we can that can move us from ideation to execution. What are those 6-step processes? We have the target market. You need to understand your target market, the business model, research, business plan, test and review your product, then raise funds. Okay, so I'm going to ask you, what is your idea? It's just you and I, so let's chat. Okay, what's your idea? What idea do you want to see come to life in 2023?
I want to make my fashion industry come to life. I want to be producing panties, towel, lingeries here in Nigeria.
Okay, just a
Okay,
moment. I
just
need
a
to take a
moment. I need
pen,
to take
a pen and paper and
a
write it
pen and
down.
paper and write it
Okay,
down.
so that we
Okay,
can
so
work
that
with
we
that.
can work with that.
So you want to
So
make
you want to make
I want to be
lingeries?
producing
lingeries,
lingeries, towel, panties, nighties, nightwears.
Okay.
okay?
Okay. So
Okay, so
let us
let
use
us
what we
use
have
what
here
we have here
to work with
to
you.
work with you.
All right.
All
I don't know
right.
why this
I
thing
don't know why
happens
this
like
thing
this.
happens like this.
Okay.
Okay,
It's the same thing.
it's okay.
I'm not
I'm not.
I'm not
I'm
a
not a
Google Meet fan.
Google Meet fan
Because your
because your
microphone is on
microphone is on
as I'm talking,
as
is
I'm talking.
my
Is
my voice is coming
my
back to me
voice
and
is
it's
coming back to me and
distracting.
it's distracting.
I don't know how I'm going to
I don't know
work
how I'm
with
going
that.
Let
to
me
work with that.
unmute myself then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I wanted us to like chat one on one. I don't know, but this is not working. This is not helping matters. Okay. So you want to go into lingerie, towels, panties, nightwears. Okay. And I believe all these are for ladies, apart from the towels, which is generic, right?
Yes.
All right.
All right.
Okay, so the first process is to understand your target market, which we just identified now. So under target markets, we have four stages or four types of target audience. Okay, target market. So number one, you want it to we have demography. Okay, the demographic. Who do you want to serve? Gender, age, occupation, income level. Have you thought about that? Or is it just that you said you want to produce these things for women? Do you want to produce lingerie for any kind of person? No, you can't produce, you can't produce lingerie for everybody, right? You need to choose your market. So your market will determine the quality that you want to produce, the frequency that you want to produce, the kind of materials that you use, and so many other things. So which type of women? Is it for older people? We've treated gender, which is women. Is it for older women? Do you want it to be for business people, Oshodi market sellers, um, bankers? Okay, somebody else is coming in. Do you want it to be for bankers? Do you want it to be for civil servants? Do you want it to be for high net worth
For high net worth
individuals?
individuals.
Okay.
I don't
My
know if you
target
have your, do you
audience
have
are
your ideation
Do you
book?
have your education book?
yes.
Okay, I need you to be
Okay,
putting
I need
some
to
of these
be
things
putting
down.
some
I
of
mean,
these things
your
down. I
thoughts,
mean,
what you
your
want.
thoughts, what you want.
You write it
Yes.
down.
You write it
Okay.
down. Okay.
Okay.
Welcome,
My target
Emanuela.
Welcome,
audience.
Emmanuel.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, my target audience are women, but not
Mhm.
just any woman. Basically youth, so which ranges from the age of 15 to 50.
Whoa,
Whoa,
that's a very
that's a
huge
very
range.
huge range.
15
Because
to 50.
that's basically youth.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Well,
I don't want any part of the youth to be left out.
anyway,
Anyway,
okay, so let me explain
okay, so
something
let me
else.
explain something else.
You can put your,
You can put
you can
your,
switch off your
you can
microphone.
switch off your microphone.
Okay.
Emanuela, welcome. We are
Emmanuel,
talking
welcome.
about how to move our ideas to execution, like the title of the program is. So we are looking at the processes for this. One of them is target audience, your target market. We've done our affirmations. We talked about belief. You need to first develop yourself, bring yourself to that point where you are able, you believe in yourself, believe in your dreams, believe in your ideas. Because if you don't believe in these things, it will be difficult for any other person to believe in you. So now we are in the processes, and we are looking at lingerie, panties, nightwear, towels. We are talking about the target audience. So this is what we are going to use as our case study today. All right. So demography, which is the first one, you look at who are you serving? The gender. The gender here, we are looking at female, women. The age, she's saying youth, 15 to 50. Okay, so that is a wide range. Okay, and in the course of our lecture, you understand why I said it's a wide range. It's a wide range because what the people within the age of 15 to 25, the kind of lingerie they will like will be different. Now, within that group, within that demographic group, the people that can afford a specific type of lingerie will be different. Okay. Anyway, when we narrow down, you then be able to craft your target market better. Okay. And then people within the age of 25 to 35, they might have a different ideology when it comes to their lingerie, their 90s, and their panties. It is assumed that people within 25 to 35 will either be married or thinking of getting married. And what the kind of panties, lingeries, and nightwears they'll be wearing will not be the same with people that are still in school. I don't know if you're getting what I'm saying. So you need to really understand the demography, okay, and all that it entails to really decide who you want to serve, the market you want to serve. Then we talk about occupation. Within the age range that you talked about now, we have students, we have entrepreneurs, we have unemployed, we have people that have already advanced in their careers. We have people that are millionaires, billionaires, world leaders, career leaders, business leaders. All of them are within this. So which of them are you going to serve? You need to choose. You can't serve everybody. Okay. Then we have income level. Do you want to serve the high income earners? Do you want to serve the middle income earners? Do you want to serve the low income earners? Okay. So you need to check all these things. Then when we talk about geographical audience or market, location, is it people within a particular location? Do you want to do only Nigeria? In Nigeria, do you want to serve the whole of Nigeria market? I don't know if you are following. Are you following?
Yes, I'm following.
Okay, so do you want to serve the whole all Nigerian market? Or do you want to have a physical store? Do you want to be an online store and serve people online and have a wider range of people? Do you want to do a global service, regional, So you need to consider these things, all right? Then psychographic. Psychographic has to do with lifestyle. So this age group or this target market that you're looking at, what lifestyle, people of what lifestyle are you looking at? Are you looking at people that like trendy wears? Are you looking at people that have high lifestyle, expensive lifestyle? Are you looking at people that have very low lifestyle? What are their attitudes? What are their interests? What are their values? When it comes to some of these things, there are some women that don't believe in wearing sexy nightwears. Is it those people that you want to serve? What your target market does is it helps you decide on the kind of product that you are going to churn out, okay? The kind of thing that you're going to churn out or you are going to invest in. Do you understand what I'm saying? So you won't just go and say, I want to do nightwears. If you don't understand the people you want to serve, you can just go and buy anyhow thing, and then you are selling it to the wrong set of people. Do you understand what I'm saying? Now, behavioral. How do they, in this one, you need to really do your research, okay, to understand the kind of behaviors of your clients. Maybe not really immediately, but when you start, you now say, okay, do you want to serve people that spend a lot? They just buy anything anyhow. People that like to go with trends. That means when there is a new trend, that means you will need to be changing your products all the time. If there is a new trend, you have to change your model or your product or whatever, okay, your design. All right. Are there people, do you want to serve people that, are there people that want quality products over quantity, or are you serving people that want quantity, many, over quality? Do you understand? Now, after this, another thing, another process that we go to is, oh, sorry, it's not moving. So the next process we look at is the business model. Have you thought of how you want to sell your product? Do you want to make the lingerie, okay? Do you want it to be the one you make and you are supplying to people? Okay, you are not selling directly to the users. You are supplying to stores, supermarkets, agents, distributors. Okay, is that the kind of business you want to go into? Is that what is in your head? You know, we are trying to modify your idea, right? Or do you want to sell directly to the consumers? That is the user. Okay, and do you want to sell directly to the people that will be using it? It's possible that you want to sell to businesses like supermarkets, stores, and the rest of them, but you start by selling to consumers. But you need to understand what you really want to do, because it will help you determine where you will start. Okay, then, or do you want to have a subscription base where maybe you have an app where people can go to and click on it and they will then order, and that is it? Or do you want a situation whereby you have the design, you post it out there, when somebody wants, you just print it, you will not buy it and keep? Okay, you buy based on demand. That is the one we talk about, on demand. You buy based on demand. People want this particular type, you buy it immediately, they send for it. You don't, that means you're not going to tie your money down. That is one of the advantages of this one. Or do you want a situation where you are going to be outsourcing? Outsourcing means you are not going to be the one buying it. All you need, you can be like, anyway, no, outsourcing does not relate to you. Let's leave that side. I don't know if you understand. Do you understand what I said so far? Do you have any question?
Yes, I understand perfectly all you have said, and no question yet.
Okay. So the next one we'll go to is research. Okay, it's very important to carry out market research. Carry out market research to understand your competition, trends in the industry or market, the cost, the revenue streams, profit, prospective client behavior. So now, when we talk about research, when we say research, people will be thinking of all those research we did in school for project. Yes and no. That is research, but those ones are more technical than what we are doing now. This one has to do with your business. Okay, so you need to understand your competition are those people that are selling the same thing that you are selling. Maybe not really different, but they are selling lingeries, they are selling panties, they are selling nightwears, they are selling towels. Okay, but maybe different brands, different types. Okay, but when you start your business, if customers don't buy from you, they are going to buy from them. Okay, anybody that your proposed client or customer can buy from without buying from you is your competition. Okay, so understand your competition, understand how do they buy their product, what model are they using, who is your biggest competition. Your biggest competition, if you're just starting, your biggest competition are not the big brands. Okay, your biggest competition might be somebody that is selling the same kind of thing around where you want to sell. Okay, or people, if it is online, people that are already selling those things online, they are your competition. Now, this business you want to go into, does it have trends? Like, when I mean trend, are there times like we have the design will change? Yes, I think they had their trends for lingeries, their trends, panties, nightwears, their trends. Okay, so what are the trends? In the understanding industry trends and market, and then apart from the trends in design, what are the trends in sales? Okay, do they have times when there is more sales and there are less sales? You need all these things because it will help you plan on how to start your business. It will help you understand. We are going to talk about strategies later. These things will help you strategize on how you want to go into the market. Okay. Then understand the cost. What is the cost involved? Excuse me. Is it cost intensive? Do you need to invest a lot of money? Or can you invest more to buy your products? Can you do what's it called? Can you buy on credit and pay later? How do customers buy? Depending also on your model, okay? Depending on your model, how do customers buy? Do they buy on credit and pay later? I've done a business. There was a time I used to supply cookies. I used to supply cookies to people. The model I was using then was business to business. Okay, I supply to people that sell it. Okay, so I'll package it, supply, but most times they buy on credit. Supermarkets, stores, they'll buy on credit from me, and then they'll pay after they must have sold, or they'll tell me a time to pay. So you need to understand the business model. But if I was selling directly to consumers, they will not buy on credit. As they are buying, they are paying. So when you look at all these things, you also need to check out your turnover rate. What is your turnover rate? Turnover rate is how long will it take you to finish selling and make your money back? All right. What's the revenue streams like? Are there different ways you can sell to make money? Okay. How often do people buy? All right. What are the behavior of your clients? Also, depending on your model, you really need to understand what your model is. Your model determines all these other things. Okay. Your target market, that's why I put it that way. Your target market determines your model, your business model. Your business model will also influence your research when you are researching to understand the market. So it also affects all these things. Then we'll talk about business plan. Business plan just means putting down all your ideas about putting down all the ideas you have for that business, or everything you have in your mind or you want to do with regards to that idea, putting it down on paper and in a way that somebody else can see it and understand what you are doing. Okay, so what are some of the advantages of a business plan? A business plan is very good for clarity. It will help somebody understand what you are doing. It's just like my mission statement, okay, that I shared earlier, vision and our commitment, okay, our goals. When you write your business plan, you cannot write a business plan without knowing your vision, your mission statement, your goal or objective, and what you intend to achieve, how you intend to serve your customers. So when you write a business plan, it helps you, it brings you to that point where you are able to bring these things out. You think it through and write it down so that when somebody sees it, the person knows exactly what you are doing. Okay. All right. Then business plan also helps you to create a marketing roadmap. One of my business coaches always says something. He says that the reason why people do not patronize you most times is not because they don't want to patronize you. Okay. It's actually sometimes because they don't even know that your product exists. They don't know that you are doing a business. They don't even know that you exist. And the way to make people know that you are in business is by marketing. Marketing can be expensive, but when you're starting, newly. Thank God for social media. Thank God for technology. Okay, thank God for the website. Excuse me. There are different ways we can market our products before we grow. Okay, to enable people see us. Okay, to create visibility, and one of them is using your social media platform. Whether you're on Instagram, all these platforms you can use it for free. Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, WhatsApp. Okay, let's not talk about websites. Okay, because websites will cost you money, but websites, they are free websites. Okay, so you can also do websites, free websites. You can create a marketing roadmap, because all these things go back to your target market. Everything that has to do with your business has to do with the people you want to serve. Now, there was something I said in the last session I've not mentioned here. Okay. And let me see if I wrote it down. I don't know if I wrote it down, but I said something like I think I wrote it down. Let me remember my train of thoughts. But you see, when you everything about idea. Okay, sorry, it was not here. It was the blog I wrote. It was the blog post I wrote. I don't know if you have written it. So everything about idea is to solve a problem. Okay, your ideas must be a solution to a problem. That is one of the things that will make it become realistic, very realistic, and on time, and timely too. Okay, so you look for a problem that you, okay, I think it was in the last, I don't even remember, I'm mixing everything up. I think it was in the last session I said it. Your idea needs to be a solution to a problem. Look for a problem. Okay, what is the problem that is around your area? Look for a problem. Let it be that your idea is solving a problem. Okay, when your idea is solving a problem, people will want to know or identify with your idea, okay, or with whatever it is your idea has produced. Because it is not just the idea you are going to sell to people. You are going to refine the idea, which is what we are talking about now, how we can refine these ideas and make them presentable for people to want to identify with it. Okay, but it must be a problem solver. Okay, and one of the ways that you get to solve your get to know how to solve the problems is through research. You understand exactly what these problems are that your target audience have, what is the best channel to reach them, and what is the best solution to that problem. Okay, now still talking about business plan. Okay, so in this business plan, it helps you to create a marketing roadmap, how you can make your idea or your business idea, which you must have turned into a product or service, okay, to be seen. Now, business idea helps you to provide structure. Structure in the sense that you're understanding what you are doing, like the target audience, your target market will be shown in your business plan. So, business plan brings everything together. All right, it will make you think of your finances. How do you want to raise the money? How much will you likely make from your business, from the business? How do you want to expand as you're growing? Do you think you will expand? This business, is it growing? You know, you need all these things to really understand if this thing you are pursuing, if it is going to work or if it will not work. Now, business plan also helps you to support funding. All right, because if you want to get money from somebody and ask someone to help you with funds, if you show the person a business plan, the person will now see what you have in mind and then know where to come in to help you fund the business. If you have business plan, it also helps to attract investors. Business plan attracts investors and sponsors, because once you show the people your business plan, like I said, is putting everything together, making it easy for people to understand what your idea is about, the business you are turning your idea into. Now, what are the strategies? Okay, I'm going to look at 3 strategies that will help you execute your ideas. Okay, now for you to really bring your ideas to life, you need to be a strategic thinker. Okay, you really need to be a good strategic thinker. And what do I mean by being a strategic thinker? Is strategic thinking, okay, is the ability to generate high value analysis. You analyze, you know the scenarios, you make decisions, and then you know the plan that you want to implement. Okay, so let me stop using the let me stop using this. Let's go back to what you want to do. Okay, what you want to do, which is the lingerie. All right, so let's come to your level, to your business idea. Okay, so now based on what we have talked about so far, let me go back a little bit. Based on what we have talked about so far, okay, you know your, so which business model do you think you want to use? Are you there? Hello?
Yes, I'm here. Yes, I'm
Okay,
here.
so which business model do you want to use?
Yes, my idea is to produce and sell to people that will sell to consumer.
Okay, that's good. Okay, so which means you have to, let's see. All right. So what are some of the things that you have in mind that can help you achieve that?
Okay. Firstly, I'm looking at, because I need to market it. I need to market the product. I need to market the product, and basically on social media, because where I am, my target audience are not majorly here like that. I'm based in Osun State,
Okay.
so I don't. My target audience are not really here, so I want to use the social media platform to
Okay.
get my target audience. That means those people that would buy in wholesales, bulk,
Yeah.
and sell in pieces. Then
Okay.
doing that, I know that I will need
Just a moment, please. Please give me 1 minute. All right, continue. Sorry.
So I know that I will need a model for that, for such
Okay.
business. So looking for a model and paying a model, I don't really have the capacity now. So I'm thinking of getting a mannequin to display my products for now.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So with that, I should be able to do a long way. Then later on, get a model if need be.
Okay. So what have you understood the market that you are going to be
Producing.
working
Yes, I
in?
understand that lingerie fancy changes with time, trends. A design does not go for a long time. So that means I have to be producing new design at least. I'm looking at quarterly, like every 4 months. So that means in a year I will have 3 different designs for
Quarterly is 3 months.
yes, every three months. Oh, I want to talk about 4 months.
Okay.
So the
That means
design,
3 times a year.
yeah, yes.
Okay. Do you want to be the one producing or you want to be buying?
I want to be the one producing.
Okay, so you will make your designs.
Yes.
You make your designs, you sew.
Yes.
Okay. Do you know what is going to cost you to do this?
I'll need to get um a machine, industrial machine that will do that. I can sew conveniently.
Do you know how to sew?
Yes, I can sew.
Okay, so you are the one that will be sewing it. You are not outsourcing the sewing.
No, I will don't sew it. Then I plan in getting people to work with me. But I
Okay.
just want to start alone now.
Okay.
I want to then start marketing. Then as the year goes, I would have to get people to work with me because I know
Okay.
it's not something I can do alone. Actually.
Okay. Let me see. Think after this research, we have tests, testing and review. Okay, yeah, we'll get to that point. All right. So, how have you checked how lucrative this is? Like, what is the revenue on it? Let me say, for instance, if the cost of making a dozen panties is 500 naira, for instance, how much will you be making on this 500 naira?
I've not really looked into that.
Okay, so that's where research comes in. Okay, you need to find out for the people that are on it now, like how much does it cost? Okay, or how much does it cost, and how much do they sell? Okay, even if you don't know the cost, okay, the cost of the product, you can go with the price, the market price. Okay, and when you are looking at the market price, don't forget the quality of the product that they are using to make it. You get
Yes.
what I'm saying? I know it goes
Yes.
back to your target audience. So if the people you are looking at or you are using to do your research are not in the same line with what you want to do, for instance, they are doing a higher quality, that means you have to do checks and balances, or you try the price of the quality that you want to deal on. Okay, sometimes you can do the quality you want to deal on, or the other ones that are higher or lower. It will help you know how pricing is done, and how to also put your own price. I'm going to have a session on this towards the ending of this year, the last Saturday of this year. You can also attend. I'll start teaching you how to deal with your finances as a business. So you have to do research on the cost, the revenue streams, the profits, and the client's behaviors. Okay, so that to help you to know the best thing to do. The reason is because when you don't do some of these things and you just start, after investing funds, you will lose funds. This is one of the reasons why businesses fail. New businesses fail. Okay?
Yes.
All right, so we're in cost, which will make me go to the next slide. I need to put it. Okay, let me come back here. After business plan, I talked about test and review. Okay? Now for test and review, which I was about to tell you, you don't produce everything at once. Okay? When you want to start, there's something that is called minimum value product. I can't remember what it is, but it has to do with the little products that you produce to please, can you put your microphone on mute? I'm hearing myself. Thank you. So when we are testing, to test your product, okay, or rather before you start producing in batch, this is something you are yet to start, right? Hello? Hello? Are you there? This is something you're yet to start, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
You can put your microphone back on mute. So before you start fully, all right, produce a little batch. Okay. You can sample. Okay, let me show you. Let me give you an example. One other thing I will advise you to do, okay, don't start, even if you want to do lingerie, towels, panties, nightwears, okay. I hope you are not thinking of starting everything at the same time.
Oh,
Okay.
I want to start with panties first.
Okay, beautiful. So when you start with panties, all right, you can sample different materials, different designs, okay, different materials, different designs, produce them in little quantity, okay, and that means you're not buying those materials in bulk, okay, which goes back to costing. So when you want to start producing in bulk, in big batches, you start buying in bulk, okay, even if you are not going to use everything for producing in that batch, okay, you can buy in bulk. It's part of a strategy. We'll come to that. I'll come back to that. But you now buy in little batches. You buy little, okay, this quality of product, this quality of material, this type of material, and then you make samples. When you make samples, I don't really know so much about lingerie market, but you look the way to sample it, okay? People that you are going to give it to try. You don't necessarily need to give it to them for free. Okay, you don't necessarily need to give it to them for free. They can try it out. Maybe if normally the cost is, let's say the cost is 500, you can sell it to them for 600, or you can even sell it to them for the same 500, since what you are doing is a research. Okay, and then maybe what you want to the price that you want to fix on that particular product, maybe it's 800, okay, depending on, we'll talk about that one not in this session, but you give it to them at a very minimum price for them to try it out, and then let them get back to you with reviews are very important. Now when they give you reviews, you need to have an open mind, okay, because some of them might come back with bad review. Bad reviews might be there are so many things that might cause bad reviews. Maybe you gave it to the different target audience, okay, maybe the person wants something of higher quality, but the quality you gave the person is low, or the person wants something of lower quality, but what you gave the person is of higher quality and it became more expensive for the person. The person might say, oh, I liked it, it's good, but it's expensive, because of where the grade the person is. Do you understand? So that is one thing we test and review. Let people test your product or whatever it is, or your service, and then let them come back to you with reviews. With the review, you build on the reviews. Okay, you use whatever feedback you got to produce the next batch, and it will also help you determine whether you should go full scale into production or you should do another trial. Okay, sometimes trials might be more than once, several times, and before you go into full scale production. Hi, Patience, welcome. It's a pity you came in late. Are you there? Patience, are you with us? Okay, maybe she can't hear me or something. So after that, we now start, because you have tested and you've received reviews and you know what your market wants. And that thing with testing is it helps you know exactly if you are meeting the needs of your target market. Okay, so the next thing you now do is you check, do I have enough funds? You go back to your financial plan, okay, which you would have prepared by reason of your business plan. So you now ask yourself, do I have money, enough funds to do large scale production? Large scale must not be a very large, okay, it might be, you might decide to start with 5 dozen, depending on what people want. Since you are going to be sending to retailers, okay, you are sending to businesses. They are also the ones that you are going to give your samples, right? That's thing I forgot to mention. The people you give your samples will be those businesses, not consumers. So those businesses will give you review based on what the final consumers reported to them, or based on their experience and expertise on the market. Okay. Hi, Patience.
Hello.
Yeah. You came in late. We are talking about the processes of bringing our ideas to life.
Oh, okay. My network didn't favor me.
Oh, so sorry about that. What's your idea about?
I'm into beauty salon business.
Salon business. That's another good one. Okay. Okay. The processes are usually the same, but the strategies might be different, or the application might be different. So just pay attention. We are working based on something relating to fashion, okay? And once in a while, I'll chip in one or two things about hair business. Which type of hair business do you want to do?
Okay, it's an all-round thing. I do braids, weave-ons.
Okay, like you want to have a salon.
Yes, please.
Okay, like you want to have a salon, right?
Yes.
So when you talk about salon, you did not come in early, because some of these things, the processes are the same. Who do you want to? Yeah, salon is it unisex or just women?
No, just women.
Just women. Okay, so you know the kind of products you want to have, and then what type of customers you want to attract. The kind of customers you want to attract will determine how you are going to set up your salon, right?
Yeah.
Excuse me. And the services that you are going to render. So, excuse me, depending on your customers, you can decide, do you want to add fixing of nails, makeup, tying gele, manicure and pedicure, those kind of things. Okay. Or you just want to do washing and setting, braiding. Will you be doing home service? What would it take you to do home services? What area are you going to put are you going to be located for your salon? Do you because you will need light, are you willing to pay more for a rent where you have more power supply and use less generator, or would you prefer to stay in a place where you use more generators and less power supply? How many of the clients are going to come to you based on the location that you are staying? You need to put all these things into consideration before you start. Yes. So these are the things that we are looking at now. When you finish checking all these things, that was why I said you people should come on time, because the processes are the same, but the method of application might be different. But when I'm talking, it will be easier for you to start aligning it to your own idea, your own business idea, and you might start getting some more ideas on how to implement your major idea. Okay, so when you look at all these things, it helps you determine if you have enough, what are the resources that you have to start up. Okay, will you start from your home? Do you need to rent? Please, can you put your this thing on your speaker on mute so that my voice will not come back to me? Thank you. So will you start from home, or do you need to rent a place? What is it going to be like? Do you have money to rent a place, or don't you? If you don't have enough money, do you need to raise money? Can you ask family members to raise money for you? Can you ask friends to raise money for you? Do you need a sponsor? Do you need somebody to sponsor you and share, and then you give the person some profits, some parts of your profits? Okay, so these are some things that you need to consider. That is where we see raising funds from. I'm going to talk to us about different ways of raising funds later. That will be the last slide. Okay, that will be the last thing that we're going to talk about, how you can raise funds if you don't have enough funds to start up your business. Okay, So moving forward, we'll talk about strategies. Okay. Now there are 3 strategies that will help you execute your ideas. Based on your target audience, whatever it is, you research everything that you have gathered, okay, and based on the feedback you have gotten from the reviews, okay, based with respect to the testing that you have made, there are 3 strategies that you can use to enter a market or to excel in a market. Now, what are strategies? Strategies are those things that, okay, I could think I wrote it here. Strategies, no, it's not here. I didn't put it here. Strategies are those things that will put you ahead of your peers, okay? So they are the choices you make concerning your service or your product that will put you ahead and position you to excel and succeed in your chosen endeavor, no matter what it is. But for you to excel or use the right strategies, okay, you need to be open-minded. You need to have open mind. You need to be logical and emotional in your thinking. Logical is to help you make objective decisions. Emotional is to help you relate with your customers. Okay, we have emotional intelligence and the rest of them. So emotional thinking will help you relate with your clients to understand when they are telling you that they don't like your product or your service. It helps you to put yourself in their shoes and understand what they mean by that, not just what they are saying. Okay. Now, you also need to be inquisitive and curious concerning what is happening around you. Don't just feel because you have a hairdressing salon, you should relax. No. The other hairdressing salons around you, okay, other people that are selling lingeries around you or within your locality or within your demographic area or region, okay, what are they doing differently? Are they making sales? How did they grow? Okay, you need to understand what are the trends. Is there something new coming up? Is there something I can do differently that can put me ahead? Okay, so you need to be inquisitive and curious because it will help you know the exact strategy to use. When you are curious and inquisitive, you get to understand the stage your market or industry is in. It will help you to know whether you should remain there or you should diversify or differentiate or you should leave completely. Okay, then you need to have a compelling and a clear vision, which I touched on in the business plan. Okay, when you are writing business plan, it helps you it helps to clarify what you want to do. And then you need to be disciplined. These are things that help you to choose the right strategies. If you look at this place, I put it as 3 competitive strategies. Now, everything I'm teaching you here today, these are things that Dangote are using. Any good or big businesses you see today out there, these are things that they do. This is a comprehensive business management course I'm teaching you people. If I should do this course and I sell it, I'm going to make a lot of money from it. So it's really paining me that people are not coming to listen to this. And I'm trying to put this thing out there because I know that a lot of us don't get to know some of these things. And then we start businesses and we see that our monies are going down the drain. The men have more advantages because it's easier for them. Men have more mentors than women. Women don't really have mentors because men are not in the business field. A lot of women are not business leaders, career leaders. We are coming up here, but how many people can we say are mentoring the younger generation to do the right thing, make the right decisions, and go the right step? That is why I brought myself out to do this. But unfortunately, people are not coming to listen. So there's little or nothing I can do. I'm doing my own part, and but take it from me. See what I'm teaching you today. This is a comprehensive business management course. I'm telling you that if you go out there to pay for it, it will cost you a lot to do. Now, going back to what I'm saying this, why I'm laying this emphasis is so that you can take it serious, okay, and implement them. There are 3 competitive strategies every business, be it startups, be it small businesses, be it medium businesses or large scale businesses. You see these 3 competitive strategies I'm telling you is generic. Every business, in fact, I learned this while I was in school. I learned it when I was doing my certification. I learned it when I was doing an MBA course. They have taught us in the office, okay, when we are doing trainings. So it is the same everywhere. It's all about application. Okay, so no matter the business you are doing, if you can look into these 3 strategies, okay, coupled with other things that we have learned, you will be able to position your business in a way that you will grow over time. Okay, the first is cost. Are you going to use cost strategy? Okay, cost advantage. It's called comparative advantage in economics. Okay, now comparative advantage or cost advantage is how will you price your goods, okay, based on your target audience. You see, everything goes back to the target market. Based on your target market, how are you going to cost your goods, okay, or your product or your service? Now, you are coming in newly. What I always advise new startups or people that are going into a business newly, what I always advise is use the cost strategy. Okay, if the people, the markets, they are already selling a particular your product, for instance, the lingerie or the quality of your product is, let's say for instance, is 500 in the market, you can decide to sell 450 or 480. Okay, now when you start a business newly, one of the things you look out for is not profit. Money is good, profit is good. Client base is important. Client base, turnover rate. Okay, turnover rate is how fast can you sell off your product. Okay, I've coached some people within the week, okay, and I've told them the same thing. I'm going to give you an example. All right, you can write it down. Let's say, for instance, let me use the panties, for instance. Okay, so the market price for the quality of panties that you want to sell is 500 naira, for instance. But you are new. You are a new person, a new producer, a new supplier. Nobody knows you. How can you gain access into the market? Use cost strategy. Reduce your price. Okay, maybe your cost, maybe the cost of that panties is 400 naira. Okay, and then people are selling 500. If you sell 500, you make 100 naira profit. Now, what if you decide to sell 450? You are not making so much profit, but 50 naira is not bad. At least for starters, you are not really interested. Your main focus should not be on profit. Okay, is on gaining visibility. And you sell 450, and people, you know, our Nigerians now, they like cheap things. All right, in fact, everybody like to maximize their money. You sell 450 instead of 500. People will go, once they say it's 450 and they see it's the same quality with the one of 500, they will buy it 450. You see that you make sales more than the person that is already known. There are people that are loyal buyers, they are loyal customers. They don't easily change brands. Okay, that is where target market also comes into. You need to understand it. Well, let me go back to target market and explain something to us. I explained it a little bit earlier. When I explained it, I said we'll need to do, yes, behavioral. Under behavioral target market, I said it depends heavily on research. Now, this is where this kind of thing comes in. Okay, some people are loyal buyers, they are loyal customers, they are just loyal to a brand because they've used it over time, they don't really change. Okay, so if you are serving such target markets, okay, how can you get other people, these people that are loyal to other brands, how can you get them to your brand? Okay, so you need to understand this. So it will also affect you when you are using the cost strategy. So cost strategy just deals with you on this using a lesser using lower price. Okay, so like I was trying to explain with turnover, instead of these people now buying from others that are selling 500, they're buying from you that is 450. They will now go and tell their friends, I saw this panties, oh, it's very fine and it's not even expensive. Man, they will ask you, where did you buy it from? I bought it from so place, or I bought it from this IG account, or I bought it from this person. Now people will now start buying your product, and you know that when people are tilting towards something, it attracts others. Why is everybody buying these panties? Why is everybody buying these products? Maybe somebody that came to the market and saw that this one has gone down. Let me even tell you people, there's something I do when I go to the mall and I want to buy something. There are different products and I'm not loyal to any brand, and I look at it, I'll say, this one is $8. This one is $9. This one is $7.5. But I'll say that the one that is $9, people are buying it more, even if it's more expensive. I will buy the one that is $9. I'll go and try it out. I'll come back again. I'll buy the one that's $8. I'll try it out. Then I'll buy the one that's 7.5. I'll try it out. But the main reason why I bought the one that is more expensive is because there is demand on it. There is high demand on it. So people tend to, when you go to the shelf and you see that people are always buying from this one, even if there are others, won't you also want to buy from the ones that everybody is buying from? It's the same thing. So when you reduce your price and it's pushing demand to your product, you will see that you have high turnover. The supplier will now ask the retailer will now call and say, madam, I beg, I need another one. This time around, I beg, bring, if the person bought 2 dozen before, say, I beg, bring 5 dozen this time around. You don't finish. Be like say this market good, well, people just the rush am. You've turned over, it's a new product, but there's a quick turnover. Even if the profit is little, imagine that you do 2 dozen and the person sells it off within 3 days. 2 dozen is 12, and you're making 550 naira on 12. That is about 600 naira in 2 days, for instance. And then the person says, supply another one. Now imagine that and selling for 500 naira, and in 2 weeks you have not made profit, and maybe you are supposed to make a profit of 1,200. Which strategy will you prefer to use? I'll use the one that where I'll reduce a little bit of cost. Okay. Now differentiation is more for people that are already into business. So differentiation, for instance, let me use the salon business, for instance. Excuse me. So you are doing your salon and people are coming, but then it's slow. The market is saturated. That means there are a lot of people on your street. Everybody is doing salon business. How are you going to stand out and sell more? You need to think. That is where strategic thinking comes in. What do I need to do? Do something that is different. Okay. You can decide to add a service, okay, that will attract people or retain your clients. You may not change your price, okay. I'll come back to costs. I just remembered something. You may not change your price, okay, but you add a service. For instance, you tell depending on your target audience, your location, and so many other things that have to do with your target market. There are people that will make hair. Okay, after making their hair, you say, auntie, are you going for a party? Okay, when you're going for a party, come, I'll do free makeup for you. Or come, I'll tie free gele for you. They'll say, it's another service. So let me tell you, tomorrow they'll come and make hair again. They'll even bring people to your salon to make hair. Now you are giving them a service, okay, but you're not changing your price. So you now know how you can augment it. Or you can tell them, okay, I'm going to paint your nails for free. Or I'm going to make you up for free. Or auntie, this your wig. Next time when you want wash and bring am, I go wash am free for you. You know, you add something or you do something totally different. Okay, the market is saturated and maybe business is slow. You can start, if you know how to braid on doll's head, you can start braiding and making wigs since market is slow. Or you just look for something that is different from what the people in your locality or the people in your industry is doing, something that they will now know you for. Okay, you differentiate yourself. That is another strategy. You use it to build and grow your brand. Then we have niche. Find a niche for yourself. For instance, you do hair or panties or lingerie or anything. Hadisa, what's your idea about? Let me get your idea so that I can carry everybody along. Since we are not many, I'm going to try to incorporate what our ideas are to make us understand it better. But so far, I don't know if you are following what I'm doing. I don't know if it's helping you so far. I need feedback, please.
Yes, it is, ma.
Okay, so Alisa, what's your idea about
the differentiator course or the course?
your own idea? What is your idea about the idea you want to bring to life? What is it about?
It's about fashion design.
Okay, fashion design, like making clothes.
Yes.
Okay, it's all the same thing. All right. So
Yeah.
you see that, okay, let me now use your own for a niche. Okay, let me use Hadiza's own for niche. So Hadiza is making clothes. Let's say she's making clothes for females. So Hadiza will now say, I'm going to focus on gowns. I'm going to focus on native gowns, and I'm going to make such badass, forgive my language, I'm going to make some badass native gowns that even foreigners cannot compete with me. You now start designing some kind of, out of the world designs that you make it. In fact, your niche can even be native for runway. Okay, native that qualifies for runway. See, another thing I want to tell us, please, don't limit your thoughts. Don't limit your ideas. Don't limit how far you can go. Don't limit your belief. Don't think that because you're into fashion, you are going to remain maybe a roadside fashion person. No. What stops you from being the fashion designer for runways, for magazines? What stops you from becoming a fashion house that everybody is going to talk about? What stops you from being that fashion person, that fashionista that is going to compete with Zara? What stops you from being the fashionista that is going to compete with Calvin Klein, H&M? You can do it. See, look at General Motors. Look at Kodak. Look at who else am I going to call now? Some of these brands that we knew before that we're like, it's like they are the high and mighty of their industry. Where are they today? Is it not somebody that pushed them out? Amazon now, that is the greatest of all e-commerce. Before, did anybody know Amazon? No, before it was eBay and the rest of them. But Amazon has come and taken over. Taking over is allowed. And please, Africans, we are blessed. Women, we are blessed. This is what we are talking about. Don't limit yourself. Don't allow anybody to put any limiting mindset or belief in you. And maybe you feel because you're a woman, you are capable of overtaking anybody. And let me tell you something. The future, it is women that are going to rule. I'm telling you. Whether it's in politics, business, career, whatever. But my question is, will you now limit yourself to maybe Oshodi, or maybe you feel that what you're saying is not even known, is not even the commercial hub, and you feel you cannot compete internationally? No. See, I believe we are all believers, right? Out of nothing, God can make something great. Let's take the story of Jesus as an example. From Bethlehem, Judea, a Nazarene. People say that what good can come out of Nazareth? Yet today, everybody is talking about him. So I want to challenge you that do not say because you are you want to hairdressing salon, that is where it's going to stop. No, it will not stop there, because it is people that are making extensions. That is how it starts. It's people that are doing so many things that has to do with hair. Some people are the ones styling celebrities. Who told you that you cannot be that person? Your salon can become the best in the whole world. So don't limit yourself or say because you are here. No. I'm not teaching this thing because I want you to just grow it a little. No. I'm believing that world leaders are coming out from this. I'm believing that people are going to rise up. Women are rising up. They are taking their place in the society, in businesses, in their careers, and we are coming out as shining light. So please don't limit yourself in any way. So when I'm talking about niche, don't limit yourself. Dream big. If you can dream it, if you can think it, because you have thought about it, it can happen. It will happen. You are the only one that can stop yourself. You are the only one that can limit yourself from achieving whatever it is you want to achieve. Our mind is so big. It's big. It can contain anything. It is very elastic. If it gets this elasticity point, at that point, later, draw it again, it will expand. Okay, so don't limit yourself. Find your own niche. If nobody is doing it, if nobody has done it before, that means that is for you. Do it. If you get to a table and there is no seat for you, make your own seat. Bring your seat. If you don't even see any seats around, craft your own seat. If they don't want to give you a seat, my dear, you can sit down on top of the table. Don't allow anybody stop you. Don't allow anybody limit or, cage you when it comes to what you can do, because you are made for more, and there is so much within us as women. Okay, so please carve your niche for yourself. Allow your thoughts to go wild. Allow your thoughts to think the unthinkable. Allow your mind to imbibe the unthinkable. Let it think of something that can never happen before. Something happened to me in 2005. I was supposed to go for my youth service. There was strike. I didn't go. It was not because of the strike I didn't go. Financial problem. In fact, not even financial self. My father did not want me to go. So I didn't go. I decided to leave house. I left the house. I went to Port Harcourt. I grew up in Aba, Abia State. I went to Port Harcourt. I went to stay with a family friend. While I was there, I had time. I didn't have a lot of disturbances. I'm a very deep thinker. I think a lot, and I allow my mind to go out. So I don't sew. I don't know how to sew. I don't know how to design, but I allow my mind to get creative. So one day I was just lying on the bed and something came into my mind. I don't know if I can still see where I drew that thing. I started drawing. I drew a zigzag top, okay, with hand. I don't know if you can see me. The hand was just here, just somewhere off my shoulder. Okay, zigzag, the neck zigzag all through. It was more like off shoulder, but not really off shoulder, and stopped here. And then the down too is zigzag. Okay, the hem of the top is zigzag. It's a native top. I love native so much. So it's a native top. Then the skirt, I made the skirt a 6-piece skirt with zigzag. At that time, there was nothing like 6 pieces. In 2005, if you do your research and go back, you see that in 2005, there was nothing like 6 pieces. I had never seen it before. I've never heard anybody talk about it before. It just came to me and I drew it. That Christmas, that 2005, during the Christmas celebration, I traveled to the village. I started seeing people coming from Lagos and Abuja wearing 6 pieces. Something I thought about in my mind. I had not seen before, which means other people were thinking about it and they produced it. The same 2005 December, I was in Port Harcourt. I was not really going out where I was. I thought of the hair. Okay, I make hair. I make hair, I braid. So I was braiding people's hair. I was using it to make money to keep body and soul together. And then I was thinking, I said, why I saw people, these 1 million braids. I can't waste my time doing that. I see people doing 1 million braids. You see 6 people, they will put their hand on one head. They are making tiny, tiny things. I started thinking, I said, how will somebody sit down and then they'll be dragging your head from here to there, making one thing? Why can't they just do it, even if it's tiny like this? Just make it to the tip, okay, and leave it. That is what came out to become pick and drop. I had never seen it before. I had never heard it before. But the idea came from one hair. There's a hair that my mom used to make us when we were little, myself and my elder sister. That time it's an attach. It's called darling, darling. Okay, it's an attach. It's curly, so they will just add it to the base of your hair. Okay, and just tie it. Then it will not be curly like this. Very nice hair. We used to call it darling, darling. Then I said, we can do something like darling, darling on this, right? That was how pick and drop came to my mind. Either that 2005 December or the next year, I started seeing people making pick and drop. Thank God I shared it with somebody. The person, I think one of my sisters, she said, see the hair you were telling me about. Now, see, people have started doing it. That is one thing with ideas. Sometimes ideas will come from something somebody has done before. You develop on it and make your own out. So don't limit yourself. If your mind can think it, it can happen. Okay. So going further down, let me see, where are we? We'll soon close. Raising funds. Yes. So now we've talked about different ways that we can bring our ideas to life. I asked a question yesterday. I think I asked that question before. What is the most important thing? I asked if money is the most important thing when it comes to executing your ideas. A lot of people said no. Some people said yes. Money is not the most important thing. We've been talking since we have not mentioned money. But you need money to kick off. Okay, you need money to kick off. So even if you don't have money, you can start the processes, planning, everything. If you don't plan, if you don't understand what you are going to do, if they give you money, you will just put that money in and you will waste it. But if you have the intention of building a long-lasting business that will grow over time, money at the beginning is not the most important thing. Do other things, then we talk about money. Like business plan. One of the advantages of business plan is that it helps you to raise funds. Let me see. Yeah. So look at it here. So one of the advantages of business plan is to support funding and to attract investors. You may not have money, but you may have ideas. You have ideas, and then you have organized yourself, and then people can look at it and they start funding you. Now, what are different ways that we can fund our businesses? One of the ways is looking for an investor. Okay, you can look for an investor. An investor is somebody that will put money into your business, and then the person will take a percentage of your profit. You can look for a partner. Maybe the partner has money but is interested in the kind of business you are doing, but does not have the expertise. All right. You can decide to collect money, borrow money without interest. If you want to borrow money without interest to start your business. Now, there are some other ways that we can start business. Thank God to our generation today is a technological generation. Foreigners, I say foreigners, strangers can help you contribute money, for you to start business. There are people that have put up so many things, some things that can help people to start business. I don't know, does any of you, have you heard about crowdfunding before? Have you heard about crowdfunding?
No, ma.
Okay, so crowdfunding is one way that we can use to raise funds. Now, what is crowdfunding? Crowdfunding is a way of people, okay, let me, like crowd and fund, okay, is getting strangers, okay, to contribute money for you. That is crowdfunding, and it's always done online. There are different crowdfunding for small businesses and startups. Okay, so there are people that have apps or websites where they can help you put it out there and say, oh, this person wants to do this business and they need funds, and then they say, please, can you contribute to this course? Okay, so there are people, some of them have sponsors, some of them have donors. So those people will then contribute money for you to start your business. Another way is like this Tony Elumelu Foundation. I don't know, we shared it on the group. I don't know how many people that have how many people applied. If you have not applied, please try and apply. Having a business plan can help you, but if not, you can still apply. And for Tony Elumelu Foundation, their seed capital ahead is $5,000 US. Okay. The Power Woman has something like that too. We have something like that we do, but we stopped because of funding. We didn't have enough fund to cover everything that we wanted to do, so we took a break. But possibly by God's grace this year we should start again, where we are able to fund people to retrain. We have an NGO, we train, we do skills acquisition, skills acquisition training. We train people and then we fund them to start a business. That is one of the things that we do. So, but last year we didn't really do a lot. We didn't fund a lot of businesses because we didn't have a lot of funding for that. So, crowdfunding is one of the ways that we raise funds. Okay, sometimes you may not get a lot of funds the way you want. If you're able to get donors, fundraising is a different topic on its own. So, but I'm going to share with us some of the crowdfunding that you can check out, okay, to help us raise funds for our business. We have Kickstarter. Kickstarter is very good for startups. We have Crowdfunder. There is Niger Fund. There is GoFundMe, but for GoFundMe is only for non-charity, for non-profit organization. It's only for charity. If you are purely business, GoFundMe is not for you. We have microventures. Too. I think microventures charge some fees. There's Indiegogo. There's Fund and Enterprise. Excuse me. There's Quick Raise. There's Circle Up. These are crowdfunding platforms. Anyway, this is being recorded. So when you listen to the video again, you can write down these things and try them out. I will also post them in the group chat so that people can get to have them. Now, some of these crowdfunding platforms, they don't bill you anything, okay, to help you raise funds. But when you finish raising funds, they take a percentage of whatever money you were able to raise. Some people will take 10%, some 20%, depending. So that is how some of them work, while some of them will charge you a fee, and then whatever money you raise goes completely to you. Okay, so those are ways that you can raise funds. You can try the Tony Elumelu Foundation. We are going to look out for other avenues that people can get funding for their business or to bring their ideas to life, because I see that many of us, funding is a big problem. Okay, for me, there's little my personal resources can do. Okay, I'm not Dangote or all these big people. Okay, I'm just trying the little way I can. All right, then I think that is all for today.